All right, Aquarius, thanks for tuning in to your July 2014 horoscope. My name is Athen, and this month I'm going to divide up the reading into 4 parts. First, we're going to talk about yourself this month, then your work, your relationships, and then your spirituality. So let's start with the self. Let's talk about your first house, ruler, Saturn. Saturn is in your 9th house. Okay, so expansion, all right? I think your life has been very expansive. There's the last few months while Saturn has been retrograde, perhaps a reflection on this expanding of your horizons, expanding of perhaps your mind, whatever it is for you, gaining some higher wisdom, perhaps new studies, perhaps university, something like that, or perhaps some new beginnings abroad, something like that. This is the kind of atmosphere your life has been taking on. But the past few months have been sort of in a sort of pause while Saturn's been retrograde, or at least a reflection on this. And that's going to be the theme this month as well. So continuing to reflect on your overall purpose in life and how things are unfolding for you and what you can do to bring more abundance into your life, okay? And how you can expand your horizons some more. So continue to reflect on that this month, and then around the 20th, when Saturn starts to go direct, towards the end of the month, taking all of this that you are reflecting on and putting it into your life. So this is when things will start to kind of flow a little bit smoother for you, and specifically in regards to that, but in all areas of your life as well. So enjoy this. This is a wonderful time to attract more abundance to you, more opportunities to you, to connect to the higher realms and so forth through wisdom, and also connecting to your higher self spiritually. Now let's talk about your self-expression this month. Mercury rules your 5th house of self-expression, and he's going direct on the 1st in your 5th house of self-expression, okay? So I think you've been reflecting a lot about what makes you happy, what gives you joy in life, and how you can express yourself. And, in June, while Mercury's been retrograde. And now that Mercury's going direct on the 1st in July, for pretty much the whole month, we're talking, starting to move forward. The communications, the creativity, the joy, the fun, all starting to pour out and to take its form. So really beautiful time this month to just enjoy life and allow your true self to shine through. Okay. Now on the 28th, for the last couple days of this month, your self-expression will then take on a much more structured approach, and it'll be more about improving your self-expression and such, and that'll be a segue into August. Now let's talk about that higher self of yours with the 9th house. Venus rules your 9th, and she's in your 4th. You're feeling your way through this guidance, through your purpose, okay? Or at least you have been in late part of June, and you will be for the first half of July. So feeling your way through, tapping into your feelings, continue that. Take the time, do whatever you need to do to tap into your feelings, and through that you're going to have that guidance and that purpose on how you can further expand your life. Now on the 13th, Venus will go into your 5th house. So again, more of that self-expression and joy and fun, creativity. Okay, and it's about channeling in that higher divine guidance through your creativity as well from the 13th onward. So just overall enjoying yourself, and then through that I think you will find a connection to your higher self. It's almost like your higher self is the joyful aspect of yourself. Now let's talk about your work this month. Let's start with the 2nd house that has to do with your resources. Jupiter rules your 2nd house, and he's in your 6th. So you've been currently improving your resource sector. So, and this is all very enjoyable for you as well. So taking the time to really perhaps set a budget, structure your resources, but overall just improving your abundance in life. Okay? attracting more abundance to you, but figuring more about how it works. What do you need to do? Understanding that your health plays a role, your day-to-day routine plays a role. Perhaps realizing that if you get up earlier in the morning, for example, you have more time in the day and more opportunities come to you when you do that sort of thing. So whatever it is, continue to improve that area of your life. And it takes a little bit of discipline, a little bit of day-to-day practical, routine and hard work. So if you put in the work, I think you can find a lot of abundance coming your way. And this is an energy that's going to be manifesting for almost a year while Jupiter's in that 6th house of yours. So that's your resources. Let's talk about your day-to-day skills, your day-to-day work. Okay, that's ruled by your moon. Now we have a full moon on the 12th, and it's happening in your 11th house. So anything you can do to give your skills to the collective, to the community more, will be emphasized the first half of the month. And I think there will be an awareness of this too around the 12th. Okay, and perhaps even some manifestation around that also with the full moon. So focus on how your skills fit into what the world needs right now, okay? And modifying your skills a little bit, all right? There's that improvement energy too. Modifying your skills to facilitate that. And then I think on the 26th, when we have the new moon, that'll be happening in your 6th house. So I think there will be an awareness of a new skill or a new approach to your work that's going to help you be more of service and to align with the greater good even more, okay? Which is really emphasized here, all right? Because it's all about what we can contribute, what we can give. And you do have a lot to give in regards to what you're good at and what your skills are, okay? Now let's talk about your service in general, your 10th house. Mars rules your 10th, okay? He's in your 8th. So while you do this, particularly the first half of the month, release those attachments to your work, okay? Take this time to let go of all the stuff, restructure your work, all that. Let go of all that stuff that's not working for you anymore, okay? And that's allowing space for new things to come into your life. Now, this is a transformative month for your service, for your career and vocation, okay? Because you got to transition from the 8th into the 9th. On the 13th, Mars goes into that 9th. So once you've released, I think there will be a awakening, a transformation of expansion in your work, all right? And this is an energy that's going to follow you into August. So second half of the month and into August, lots of positive energy going into your service and career. The more you can release in the first half, I think the more expansion you will see in the second, okay? And when it comes to the second half of the month, just be open to those opportunities. Just open up and expand your mind, open your mind, and expand your horizons as much as possible. Now let's talk about relationships. Start with the 3rd house of communication, which for you is ruled by Mars. Mars is in your 8th, okay? So just like with your work, I think you're learning to release your communications, okay? Release the process. Not get too attached to what you're saying or what you're doing or what you're receiving or what you're sharing or what you're learning or what you're teaching. Not becoming too attached to that is key. The more you can do that, the more you'll free up your communication. This is going to strengthen all areas of your life, but in particular, your relationships. All types of relationships. Then on the 13th, again, I think there's going to be not only a transformation with your work, but a transformation with your communications, okay? And that's when your communications are going to take a much larger scope. This is the sort of energy where perhaps you're doing something online that's reaching a large audience. And perhaps social media or whatever, that's expanding your relationship sphere, okay, and it's allowing you to communicate to more people and in more ways, and in a higher way too, because it's your higher self communicating here, all right, sharing your higher wisdom, sharing your higher self. But in either case, again, second half of the month, the more you can open your mind, more you can open and allow more people into your life, more opportunities to communicate, the better, particularly for your relationships. Now let's talk about your relationships in general. we've got the ruler of your 7th, the sun, in your 5th. Okay? So really enjoying life first half of the month with people, with your relationships, with everyone. Just enjoying those one-on-one connections. Okay? That's the first half. Doing that's really going to strengthen your relationships. It's about other people having fun with you and you having fun with them, and that's building that bond. Okay? Then on the 16th, the sun will go into your 6th house, and then it'll be more about improving those relationships, okay, and improving yourself. So second half of the month, focus and do the work, and just, it's going to come natural, and I think there's going to be a lot of awareness associated with this too, where you're going to see what needs to be improved, and so improve it. And I think that is going to strengthen your relationships and allow new relationships to come to you as well. Improving yourself, for example, will attract a lot of new people into your life also. Taking care of your health, taking care of your body, that sort of thing. Now let's talk about groups this month. Jupiter rules your 11th house and he's in your 6th. Okay? Improving groups. Again. So, emphasis. I think the more you improve yourself this month, the more you're going to improve your relationships. And I think the more you improve your relationships, the more you put in the work, the better they're going to be. All right? And that's the general energy. It's going to expand them, and it's going to help you transform them as well. All right, now let's talk about spirituality. Let's talk about your 4th house of the inner self. Venus rules your 4th, and she's in your 4th. So it's feeling. This is a time of feeling. All right? First half of the month in particular, and I think you noticed this in June. Feeling your way through life. Realizing that you manifest through your emotional body. It's a very powerful part of you. And so connect to that. Connect to your feelings the first half. There's a lot of nurturing available right now, okay, with other people and yourself. But connecting and embracing and allowing the feelings to flow through you. And realizing that, inside you have an inner temple, okay, and it's about owning it as a foundation to all that you do. With all this self-expression and stuff, it's really an expansion. It's really about realizing that you have this inner temple. You have this inner gold in your heart, in your being. Okay, and it's through that everything else comes. Okay, just an example. That's, I think, what you're noticing now and for the first half of the month. Then on the 13th and onward, it's going to take form of expression. All right? So expressing yourself even more will further your spiritual improvement, okay? Your spiritualness. 13th and into August. All right? More self-expression, the more your feelings will come out. And sharing yourself with the world. And this is all going to improve your relationships and so forth. Now let's talk about your 8th house of transformation, ruled by Mercury in the 5th. Again, self-expression emphasized. It's really lighting up here, okay? Self-expression and expansion. But in this case, the more you can express, the more you are releasing, all right? Express, your transformation process. Let people know how you're transforming, for example. Let people know this new you that's being transformed. All of this, but it's also not just social. It's also, while you're alone, also doing things that are creative, all right? Painting, drawing, poems, music, whatever creative is going to really transform you, okay? So really emphasized this month. All forms of creative expression, self-expression. Now on the 28th onward, your spirituality will take on more of an improvement to your attachments. So improving your ability to release attachments is really the key. All right. But that's just for the last few days and into August. And again, this is all tied in with the self-improvement. All right. So expression, self-improvement, all going to contribute to your spirituality this month. Now let's talk about that general spirituality. Let's talk about the 12th house, which has to do with your presence and your divine love, and your connection to all that is, and your connection to God and to Source. This is ruled by Saturn, so it's always a very structured approach for you, which is good, discipline. Okay, very important when it comes to spirituality. But Saturn is in your 9th house of expansion, and he's been retrograde for the past few months. So reflecting on how this expansion is creating new spiritual energies in your life, and how the more you broaden your horizons, the more peace you feel, right? The closer to source, the closer your connection to God is. So, emphasized again, continue those expansions. The best advice I can give you is to just, just open up and put yourself out there, and open up a sort of channel for everyone to see who you are, in this case, particularly with this self-expression too. And then connect to others. Connect to as many people as you can. All of this is going to really benefit you this month, Aquarius. All right, so if you have any specific questions, please get in touch. If you'd like a detailed reading, please get in touch. Right now I'm offering a special for only $45, a one-on-one reading session with me. I'll put a link down below if you're interested. And as always, have a great month. Thanks for watching, Aquarius. Bye.